So there wasn't very much on the old camera dash cam this week. One or two things, we might find them. Anyway, I thought you might find this interesting, especially if you live in Stoke that way. This isn't, well, Stoke-on-Trent is sort of 5 towns all put together, and I call it all Stoke. But if you've ever seen Johnson tiles, they may have other things elsewhere, but this is one of the main Johnson tile factories that we're going to, and I thought, well, and they sent me around the block. I love going around the block inside the factories, so if you haven't seen before, there's not a lot to see. Just in case you hadn't been this way, look, you've got to watch now, because this goes against all your senses. The sat-nav sends you up here. Now, I think I went down the first one last time, but the sat-nav wanted to take me down the third one. That would have been fine, and this would have been fine, because they're both one ways. This one's a two-way, so but usually I come out this way. I wasn't too worried. I thought, yeah, oh, excuse me, I've been here before. I was aware of going this way. I just thought maybe they've changed it or something. So anyway, you turn in there, and it's okay because I've been before. But if you hadn't been before, you'd be going along here thinking, oh my God, where is this place? So anyway, you go around here, and I remember them building this warehouse. Again, this is another tile place. Stoke-on-Trent, a famous pottery. It's the potteries, isn't it? It's the pottery area. So we're going down here. They built this nice big warehouse here. Usually you pop out here and come back this way, but it doesn't matter. I sort of know there's a queue of containers there. I sort of know where I'm going. I wasn't really sure of the address, but I knew this was here, and I knew if I was in the wrong place, they'd send me somewhere else. Because generally in these sort of places, they've got a warehouse here and a warehouse there, and a different name here and a different name there. So I thought, right, I'll go here. This is the main place. If I'm wrong, they'll redirect me. So anyway, you go down this quite steep hill. And this used to be, before they see all this stuff here, all this is all new. Before they built this, this was quite a little narrow little road, and they used to park up here. But it's lovely and tarmac now. This development is finished. Another warehouse type thing. You know, there's been, as you know, as time goes by, if you've been to a place for years and years, things grow around it, don't they? Nothing stays the same. So we want to go on the right here, and I thought I might just, if you wanted to see or have a look around, sort of thing, or wanted to know what was in here. And like I say, there's nothing secret, nothing to hide on the thing, but it's one of those. It's a big complex, you know, and it's quite a big place. So usually I'd go on the weighbridge, but I wasn't sure I was in the right place. So I slid in here. I said to the man, is this the right place? He says, yeah, you're in the right place. Are you sure now? He hardly looked at my piece of paper. Yeah, we have the container here. So he was expecting containers today, and I was one of them. So let's go past here now then. There we are, we're on the move. Right, so here we go. So this is where they make floor tiles or all sorts of tiles. and I'll show you a whole heap of stuff it's grown. He said it's grown and they've got rid of it, and it's grown again over the years. The last time I came here, the pile was quite low, but this time it was quite high. Let's see if we see it on the way out. But anyway, and it's funny looking at the buildings and then aging the buildings, because this place has been here for years and years, and you see some of the older original buildings, and like on this side, and then the newer parts down here. I think we're slightly going to go, look, these have got some age on them, haven't they? Yeah. So you can go into this yard here, and there's a space there where they do the trucks and whatever, but the bit I want is up here, and it happens to be, there was always some trucks here, but luckily they were moving, so we're going to do a big jump in a minute, just to give you the bit that I want to show you, because he said go around the building. It's like a one-way system thing. So we climb up the hill here. Remember, we're really heavy. We're loaded with tiles. If you remember, these were them tiles that the airbag had gone, and they sort of fell over a bit, didn't they? So the office to book in is just over here, but this guy's here and that guy's here, and I was a bit puzzled because I hadn't been round here before, and I thought he was going to go, I thought he'd seen me come in and was giving me the space and getting out of the way. Well, actually he wasn't, because he was going round the block. He's going to go around there now. I hardly thought you could get a truck down there, but anyway, I've come here now. So I thought I was going to come up here and then back up behind you, because you get caught on uneven ground, you're going to lose your traction, you're not going to get moving, so you've just got to be careful where you go. It's a bit like riding the motorcycle. It's easy to fall off, you've just got to make sure you don't fall off. So I thought he was going to somehow back up again, but he disappeared, and I thought no more of it, as you might say. So I've come here and I'm going to dump the truck here, and then I'm going to go and book in. So let's jump forward quite some time. So we need to jump forward, that long? Hold on, let's have a look. Yeah, jump forward another few minutes. Yeah, we're still there. I'm in the, where are we? Come on. Are we moving yet? No, we're still there. Hold on, let's jump another few minutes. Let's jump a few minutes. Yeah, no. All right, let's jump. This will be too much, I think. Come on. No. All right. We're getting close now. Soon enough, we'll be moving. Come on. There we are. Brakes off. The nose comes up. I was about to move then, wasn't I? Here we are. Yeah, so let's go to the halfway point of that. Are we moving? Yeah, we're about to move. Come on. Right, okay. So he said to me, drive around the building, go to the other bay, because it's like a one-way system. So just so you could sort of see the size of some of these places we go, you know, some of the factories, some of the places that have been going for years and years. And I wasn't sure. I thought, oh, where did that other guy go? I was sort of expecting somebody to come and face me and think, sugar, where am I going to go now? Anyway, I thought, right, okay, let's go see what we can see. So that you're with me now. You're seeing this for the very first time. I'd never been this far around the factory. So I've got a runny nose today. I don't know why. And a bit of a sore throat, but it'll go. Do you know when you think you've got a cold, but it's not a cold? It's sort of a bit of a cold. Maybe it's something like that. Anyway, it's so I didn't know what was here. I didn't know what to expect. Was it going to be a tight place to turn around, and was I had to go there and back up here and turn around or something? I wasn't sure. I just didn't know. And I came around the corner and look, it said one-way system, and I thought, and then the old way to loading bays and stuff. So there's one of the sort of the yellow squares. You generally see that's where you park up curtain siders, things like that. These are the old docks type stuff that the trucks would have backed onto to get them loaded in the old days. And I think there's a bay in there. Yeah, there was some loading docks in there as well. But I didn't want them. And you had to go up and around this corner again, so let's some of these places are much bigger than you think. You think you see a gateway and they disappear, don't they? So let's get around this corner. Like I say, there wasn't much to see. It's just interesting to go around the building for the first time. You know, if you've never been around a building, for me, it's interesting to go around a building for the first time. I'd never been around the back of here before. So we just kept following our noses, thinking, this is never ending, this is. Yeah. So we've got another corner to take, so let's go nice and wide. Let's go nice and wide. Come on. Click. And there we are. Sometimes it's better to just leave it run than to force it, and here we are, look. We got to where we want to be. There was a couple of containers on the bays here. I was behind him. So I thought, right, I'll dump it here and let's see what the plan is. What's the plan of action? So anyway, and we were there when we first came in. We were over there. Yeah, this one. So as you can see, we've just come onto there's a big roundabout here. There's a good long stretch of dual carriageway here, and look at these. And I thought, oh, looks. Can you imagine now? You're on the dual carriageway, and you get a phone call. There's been a smash. There's been a smash. There's been a smash. They've obviously been queuing for the roundabout and smashed into each other. What a bunch of plonkers! Look at the resources, because obviously you're on you're on the end of the motorway, and there's been a pile up, and there is, just for driving stupidly. None of them deserves licenses, just for not noticing that the road was coming to an end and turning into a roundabout. So we've got two wreckers, we've got cops, and all these had all bumped and banged into each other. They were all in the side there, and they'd sent, because obviously you don't know. Obviously they'd had several phone calls off several people. There's been an accident. So we've got one fire engine there. We've got another fire engine here. And we've got another fire engine there. And we've got another fire engine there. And I think was there one more? No. But the resources, just for driving it like you stole it, just for, a little bit of a pile up. You get a phone call miles away from anywhere. Just mad. They need to be fined. Just not driving right, and the resources they called up for that. Obviously the operator or the phone operator just had 5 or 6 phone calls. There's been a smash on the motorway. Send everything you've got. Yeah. And obviously they did, didn't they? Because they don't know until they get there. and the queue and the inconvenience it had caused just because these idiots don't know how to drive and don't know that the motorway is coming to an end and turning into a roundabout. Just boggles the mind. These poor people are all held up in a big long queue just because a couple of idiots drove into each other. Here is white van man with must get past the truck syndrome. So where we are, Pump Island, notoriously busy place, lots of lanes, lots of cars going everywhere, but where he ends up, he's completely in the wrong place. He's on the inside here going right. I'm going right at the same time. Fine, okay. So we go right. We want, there's the ring road, which is all the way back. We want the A38M. He's A38M here, yeah. So this is A38, this is A38. That's back down towards Freightliner, where we've come from, sort of thing. So here comes Mr. And look where he is. Look. He's way over here on that lane. He cuts across here, which was bad enough, but I thought, you know. But talk about must get past the truck syndrome. Why would you be on the extreme right when you know you're doing that? Look at that. Just crazy, man. Must get past the truck, must get past the truck. It doesn't matter if I smash the van up. It costs the boss a load of insurance. Or I possibly turn it over. I must get past the truck. I must get past the truck. Bloody white van men. So here we are. This is junction 10, coming up to junction 10 here. I think I was going straight past. I think I was going to Birmingham. Anyway, maybe coming off to Warsaw. But anyway, you know we're coming into the most congested bit of the M6. The M6 goes through Birmingham. So it's time to really take care. You know, it's really busy, lots of stopping, starting. You don't know when the queue's going to start. And look at him, right? Pushing, right? So that's cheeky enough. I'm way back. I'm waiting for everything to happen, for people to miss the junctions, to fly around everywhere. But there's no reason for him to be up his chuff. No reason at all. Considering he's driving a tanker. So it's either full, so it'll leak out, or it's half full, which is even more dangerous than full. If you know anything about petrol and gas and all that sort of thing, it's the fumes that burn. The actual liquid doesn't burn, it's the fumes of the liquid. So maybe he hasn't got, it's not a full load, but there's no excuse to being up his chuff like that in a petrol tanker, running into the busiest spot of the Midlands, the M6, from junction 10, coming through top of the M5 into Birmingham. This, of all the places, all the stretch that you've got to behave yourself, and you've got to be aware of everybody going everywhere, because you know the roads are full of idiots, as well as the ones in tankers. There's no way him in a tanker should be that close to him up there. And it's not necessarily if he hits him he's thinking, but it's somebody else hits him and and just happens to knock a valve off, and you've got fuel and, you know, petrol and leaking all over. You just want, if you hit the car you've got the front, but then you might cause somebody else to hit somebody else, which then knocks one of these valves off, and you're leaking fuel all over, aren't you? Yeah. Now I'm good boy. I'm going straight on. Just keep a nice gap in between, because it's going to get busy. Things are going to move around. Expect the unexpected. But look, there's just, and he's staying out there, harassing that guy up there, and there's just no need for it. Especially in a tanker, you know, they're supposed to be the very best. And Obviously there's good and bad everywhere, but I've seen some pretty bad tanker drivers as well. Yeah. So yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Just come down this very busy, heavily congested. You don't know what the hell is going to happen next. Who's going to do what? You're just keeping yourself safe, aren't you? And I'm coming out of these ways, these people way. Keeping out of the way. Lovely. Just getting ready for anybody to do anything. I'm only interested in keeping me safe. And look at him. Push, 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 push through. And I'd like to say, stretch from 10 all the way down to 6 and 5 are the most congested, busiest, most turnings bit of the M6. Of all the places you shouldn't do it, especially in a tanker, is that this area, this stretch of motorway. And I don't know really why. I don't remember when why I pressed it here, but I just thought I'd show you. There's some lovely, and we were just going through a little bit of, you know, we generally I spend all my time in town, don't I? In the city centre. But there's some, the UK is, when the sun is shining in the summer, this time of year now, glasses on, arm out the window, just you get to go through some fantastic little villages, some lovely places to live, and we're just bumbling on, aren't we? We're just passing by. I don't even remember where the hell this is. I don't know. I don't seem to recall anybody pulled out or caused me to brake or anything like that. We'll see together. I think I just pressed the record button on this bit, or the save button I should say, because it was just a pleasant drive in the sunshine. Yeah, no need to speed. We've got a nice green light, moving 40 miles an hour as you're supposed to. There's that avenue of trees, just, you know, this coming up to the summer now, this time of year, it's the best job in the world. Just go deliver shit and go collect shit, and that's as simple as it gets. And you're on your own. Maybe you've got some good music on. The tunes are on, aren't they? And you just moving on, yeah. And that's about it, I think. No, keep going. Oh, must have pressed it for there. You get to see, and of course you're in the truck, aren't you? So you get to see over the fences. You get to see things. You get to see the views. Yeah, and you can look around as best as you can, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was just a pleasant drive in the sunshine. It's nice now and again to come out, have a bit of fresh air. And we're probably only doing 40 or 50, something like this. We're not chasing our, I don't even remember where I'd been or what bit this was. It was just sometime last week. This is where I was. This is what I was doing. Oh, hold on. Is this where oh no, the tractor pulled over for us, didn't he? Yeah. Are we gonna keep going? Let's see. Oh no, right, yeah. Oh, well, I did see this. This is on the expressway coming out of Birmingham. You've got M6 north, M6 south, down towards London. You can go towards Sutton Coldfield. This is entering Spaghetti. And what did we see now? Hold on. What did we see? We saw the first. We'd seen a few go by. But let me just show you something that I found quite interesting. It was really nice Audi. Look at that the police car that have stopped them. I'd seen it go by. There's Lichfield, there's Sutton Coldfield, there's Lichfield. This is London. London is up here, and we're going M6, M5 up here. We're going that way. So this is the 38, but watch. Can we see it? Can we see it? Can we see it? This. What was this? This thing, when it first went past me, that is like a top of the range Audi. Some mega fast, powerful. Was that the boss's car or something? Because that thing was beautiful. It looked like it was one of the top Audis, and it was in. It had the the undercover. Was that armed police or something? But that thing in silver was the top of the range Audi. Lovely thing it was, just as a private car. And then I discovered it had the secret blue lights on it. Wow, these they've got some equipment available to them, haven't they? So I just guessed that must have been the boss's, the inspector. What's higher than an inspector in the police force? That must have been the boss's car, I thought. Or maybe an armed response car, but it was one of them big Audis, probably got a V8 or something in it, big exhausts. It looked gorgeous. Yeah. But anyway, they shut the road down for whatever reason. And of course, we were in this way, so we sort of escaped it. So of course, as always, when I've downloaded my films, so we've got a whole week of filming to do on that, and we're about to shut the computer down. We do our. Where are we? Come on. Come on. Where are we? Do you know when you can't find your little cursor thing? What there? What's wrong with my? Hold on there a minute. Yeah, my little mouse didn't want to play. There we are. Before we leave the room, we always do a quick walk around, a little security check, see who's home, see who's not home, see who's where. We just want to do that for. Where were we? We were there, were we? Hold on, come back down to here. I've moved right, so we were there, then we were there, then we were there. Back garden's okay, front's okay, the wing's okay, the garage is okay, downside the house is okay. So we just do a quick 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we are. We just do a check before we leave the room. Everything's okay.